Welcome back to our October video of Paint with Michele. For this month, we will learn how to create a painting inspired by the Day of the Dead celebration titled Gato de Día de los Muertos. You will need all of your acrylic paint colors as this is a very vibrant painting. Also, be sure to visit our website to download and print the coloring page for the month to use as a reference. Now let's transfer the coloring page to our canvas. If you are working with a larger canvas, be sure to enlarge it to the size that you need. My canvas is 16 inches by 20 inches and I'm using the pencil rubbing technique. Be sure to cover the entire back of your reference with graphite and then trace with a firm pressure to transfer the rubbing design. I like to go over my lines with gray fine point Sharpie as it shows through the paint layers better. Once done transferring the design, get all of your acrylic paints ready. I'm using the entire spectrum of colors, including gold. Paint pens will be needed for the finishing touches, especially for our papel picado. You will also need cups of water and paper towels to clean off all your brushes, and some paint palettes to hold and mix your colors. To begin, I'm giving my entire canvas a coat of white gesso. You should still be able to see your design when the gesso dries, but this step helps prevent paint from being too streaky and needing several layers. Once dry, take light blue and paint a circular section around the cat. Next, use dark blue to create a gradient between the two colors. Then, use a dark purple to paint around the edges and blend all the colors together. It should look like a glow is coming from the cat. As that dries, take brown and tan paint and swirl them together. Don't mix them all the way, and paint your wood floor. If the paint is not completely mixed, it will give the appearance of wood grain. You can add some darker brown streaks for details. You will also want to use the brown paint for the guitar's headstock and light brown for the fretboard. The papel picado will need a few layers, and in this video I picked pink, yellow, green, and orange to fill them in. Paint the entire paper in. We will add the cutouts at the end of the video. For your tuning bars in the guitar, I recommend painting a base color of golden yellow, as we will top it off with metallic gold later on. For the candles, add together white with a little yellow and tan to make a cream color, and then paint all your drippy candles. Your flames will have a yellow center that blends out to orange, and for the skull and your cat's bones, mix together white with light blue and a tiny amount of black, as this will give you a cool gray. The candle drips is the cream color with a little more tan added. Then, use black to fill in the skull's nose and eye sockets. For the small guitar, I made a reddish-brown paint color, similar to cherry wood. And then I filled in the sound hole with black paint. Getting the guitar shape was probably the hardest part of the entire painting. Now go ahead and fill in the bones of the cat and the area around its eyes with your cool gray color. In the video, I chose to paint the ears and the nose pink. The flower is a marigold, So the outer petals are a dark orange that gets more yellow the closer to the center. You can also paint in your eyes. I chose lime green for mine, and then start filling in some of the smaller decorations on the cat. For the cat's body, we'll need to use shades of black to show definition. Mix some dark grays that blend to black for the tail, the back legs, the neck, and the very top of the cat's head. Once you have those blended areas filled, fill in the rest of the cat with black. I did end up covering some of the decorations, but using the paint pens later on helped to make them more clean and defined. As the cat dries, use gold paint to top coat the guitar's metal sections. Once you have painted everything and the canvas is dry, bust out those paint pens. I used a gold pen to outline the guitar's metal and add the frets and the tuning heads. Next, I used silver and a ruler to make the 6 strings of the guitar. Then I outlined each of the papel picado in a similar color to what I had already painted them. I then used the black paint pen and outlined the entire cat. Then I used brown to outline the candles and gray for the skull. I then filled in the cat's bones with a white paint pen to make them brighter and cleaner. I also used the pen to draw on the mouth. Using a fine line pen, I outlined the marigold petals and around the eyes. Now it's time to have some creative fun and draw on the rest of your decorations to the cat and the skull. Choose bright colors and make sure all your designs are symmetrical. For the floor, use the ruler and brown paint pen to create the floorboards and wood knots. Then outline the guitar and its parts. For the papel picado, take a blue paint pen and draw the cutout shapes. I made mine with floral prints, but you can try other traditional images for the holiday. I then took the fine line black pen and outlined all the cutouts. Take your time and add more details until you're happy with the final look, like more decorations on the cat or cutout decorations on the guitar's body. When you're finished, don't forget to add your artist's signature. We hope you enjoyed this month's episode of Paint with Michele. We'll see you next month for another cat masterpiece.